All the wires are tangled up. Great. Fantastic. Great start to a stream. And welcome to Amber Skies. My name's Blaze, and Amber Skies is now definitely the future of 3D networking. As we can see, it works. Nothing wrong with the program as of yesterday. It was just me making a mistake, as usual. What happened was we were passing our Bob back as a reference and not as an object. So I modified that, and he appeared in all his glorious Technicolor right in front of us. And isn't that nice? That looks pretty golden to me. Well, with a bit of messy. Yeah, well, it's just a silly thing that I scrolled out. But it works, and that's the point. The other point is something that I rant and rave about, and it's an unfortunate thing. Let's just bring this down. This is what's going on my computer right now, and of course the two yellow ones are the ones that I'm interested in, at 14,000 and 15,000 K. And then you look down and you look at this, and this is a web browser at 73,000. We're using 29. 73,000. 112,000. Well, actually, no, that's 50K, 40K. Is it meg? I can't remember. Yeah, 50 meg, 40 meg, yeah. 112 meg. And we're using 90. So, why is our browser 2D? Why is that 2D? Why? Because people are lazy. And because we're being held back in our technology. There's no reason they couldn't have written this here. And if you're wondering, yeah, that is a window on top. So our GUI is there. You can't click on this. You can now, but you can see the difference. That's before window. After window looks a lot better, because I've put some tinting and some lighting on. I've just done a little bit of touch up on this, and it comes through rather nicely, I think, so we're keeping it. There is no reason a browser can't do 3D. Absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I'm sorry, browsers out there, you are back in 1995. Hi. Those were the browsers of the past. This, what I'm writing, is the browser of the future. There we go. Because it's a network. And it works. Let's just have a look what we're up to. So I did that. I'll show you that in a minute. Main goal is to move Bob on screen. Right, that means we're going to have to update the server, and by not much. Okay. It's not to move Bob, it should be camera. Yeah, we'll go for the camera. Camera is designed to move, where Bob is designed to be a placement for the other people on screen. We don't want to have a model drawn for ourselves. So let's have a look and see if we can do that. Yeah, move camera. It's not really move. Well, do you want to do move Bob first? No. Yes, no. No point. Okay. Let's have a look at the code. There's a few in MMO display, of course, there's a change, and it's in core, and the change is on the H side. So all I did was take the asterisk off the end here. And you're gonna say, oh my god, that means you're making a full copy of the shelf. Yeah, that's right. Because you have to. You can't do it any other way. So we're making a full copy of the shelf when it comes through. Which means obviously I had to match it all up on Amber SL as well. So Amber SL. Look in the model warehouse. I had to match it all up here. So now all of this doesn't have an asterisk in, type of thing. So I've matched it all up. I've done all of that, and it works perfectly, of course, because that's how it should have been done in the first place. And so those are just corrections. Corrections to model warehouse. And so that's that one done. And on the display side, it was just update to show model entity. I'll call it /entity. There we go. That's all that was, and that's all done now. So yeah, it was as easy as that. What we're looking to do today is get our server working. So the GUI should be correct. Yep, input's going through as it was before. It's not in the application now, is it? We moved it to here. And the init's okay. Yeah, we got all of that sorted out, and we're doing it in the right order now. Good. Shutdown's okay, is it? SDL quit is the only thing we've got. And the deletions are in there, so that's fine. That's good. Send message to is good. There's no update. Oh, it's under render all. Of course. There it is. So we clear the screen, we do our update, we send the keyboard stuff through, which we need a time. Do we need a timer on it now? I don't think we do anymore. Send message data and return if we're closed. Application, have you got a delay on you? Yes, you have. Thank God for that. So we've still got our delay in, so it's not going to go nuts. Lovely. So our GUI is running as intended. Send message to data, yeah. Okay. There should really be a space there. And a space there, because that's your data. That's the whole reason for this. We need to check the keyboard. What we need to do next is a mouse. We have to introduce the mouse. So under input interface, we so far have check keyboard. What we're going to do is, basically write void check mouse. And then it's going to be the same kind of thing as this. Simple stuff. So we're alright with that. That means that the data is being sent out. And that means we're okay there. And that's just spacing. I know what that means. It means I've put spaces in things. So we'll get rid of you. And we'll get rid of you. So now we have to follow the data through. Make sure the data's going to get through to the camera. So let's do that. So the data gets sent through to the server. Oops. Not this one. So broadcast, it comes through on message 2. Have we got all our messages in here? Yeah, we have. That's now a Z. That's now a Z, because we're in 3D. What we actually broadcasting? Are we getting the position or not? User position X, user position Y. Let's have a closer look at our data structure to find out exactly what are you doing there, matey. MMO data. Here we go. Update user. Here we go. Alright, so we're just doing a minus and plus of 1. That's going to be bad. Because we need that times the speed. And we can't have the... Oh, wait a minute, we can. Right. That makes for a very interesting byproduct here. Because that would be a rule, a game rule. So this update users is fine. But then we need to apply the game rules to it. Okay, so position X and Z may vary, but we need to multiply them by the speed of the camera. And the camera is us. That's us. Interesting, we don't have a speed. Okay, we were talking about designing the character. Now the character is going to go in, well, it's not going to be the data. The data structures have nothing to do with the character. It's going to be 0.3. 0.3, isn't it? So I can actually place that in. No, better not. What else we got here? And we only have the data. We haven't used the other one. Oh, right. So we haven't used game. Let's just have a look at that a minute. Hey, Dolphin, come here. Thank you. Twitch. Game rules. MMO game rules. We haven't introduced that, have we? Because that's where your character sheet is. It's got nothing to do with the rest of the area, so we have to have a standard movement. Okay, we can do that. But that's up to the server, not the data. So it's in update. Update user. So H. Update users is giving us const key int x int y. Why are we passing in int x int y? That's add user. Update user, no. User key and char raw data. Comma. Float. It's going to be move speed. We can't get it from anywhere else. We have to get it from the server, otherwise it'll fail. So let's add our little float in here. And then all we have to do is multiply all of these by move speed. That's it, really. Because we haven't got our game data yet, because we haven't actually started writing the game. We're writing the base structure. Goes to show how much you've got to think ahead. Because obviously, if you change mode into character mode, as I've already said, there's going to be two modes. There's going to be your admin mode, where you can create and destroy stuff. Because it's your server, which means it's your website. You can do what you want with it. You're the admin. Obviously, you can go and browse the network as well, but you lose your admin status as soon as you do. So there's a browse mode as well. So there's 3 modes, and you've got to choose between the 3. At the moment, I'm just going to do admin mode, because that's the most important. So that'll work. So that needs to be updated. Run build task, and that was data for the first time in a long time. Yeah, we've still got this position X, this position Y going thingy going on, haven't we? Okay. Z. There it is. That's the difference between 2D and 3D. That's looking better. Any more? Don't think so. It's good to get rid of all of those now. It'll make things easier for us in a bit. Oh, struct MMO data user. Sorry, I'm in the wrong file, aren't I? Make sure I haven't got any left in here. No, I haven't. It's struct XZ. What? Yeah, bleh. Okay, I've made a struct somewhere. What have I done? That should be a Z. Alright, let's go through this properly now. From the top. May as well make it read right whilst we're at it. Forwards, backwards, left and right. X and Z, yeah, that's good. Delete user. Okay. There we go. Thank you. So, we now have the data. Our core services I've got to reload. Otherwise they're not going to show up errors. So, back in the server. Yeah, we're getting red marks now. That's what I wanted to see. Squigglies. Where is that red mark? It's in here somewhere. Alright, we'll go from top to bottom. I can't even see them. Yeah, that's okay. Initialize core services. Has initialized SDL net. SDL init. SDL init everything. No. SDL init. Let's have a look. We will have events. And we will now have to do it separately. So it's SDL underscore init underscore, and I don't want everything. I just want the timers. Thank you. That works now. Initialize the UDP. Yeah, that's all it needs. Return has initialized. Yeah, okay. Running true. No errors so far. We're doing good. Yeah, okay. Is running message type. UD, yeah, receive. Yeah. If 0, if 2. Here we are. Update users, and we need the magic number, which is 0.03. It's going to be our magic number for now. Okay. Anybody else? I don't think so. What's this? Add user. Type 5 log on 1010. For now we'll make it 11. For now. And it's an int. It needs to change to float. Have I used ints? I have, haven't I? Oh no. You're joking me. Floats. Oh, thank God for that. I nearly had a heart attack then. We've got to reduce these, so. Otherwise, something very, very wrong is going to happen. Okay. Alright, so I'm happy with everything there. Okay. Broadcast to all. User position X, user position Z. The floats, yep, that's good. Floats, yep. It's just that initial positioning is an int. Not happy with it. But for now, I'm going to do a test as it is. Number of users. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Make sure we're shutting down properly. Yeah, we look to be shutting down nicely, actually. We've done a good job on this. And let's just check the broadcasts. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right. We haven't multi-used our output. We're only outputting to our own display. That's correct. We don't need to go to anybody else's. I am happy with that. Yeah, go on. Well, there won't be anything to be done. Yes, there is. Okay, right. So that's up to date. Server. Build task. See if we've got everything. Yes, we have. Fine, fantastic. Alrighty, so the data goes through the server and comes into the display, which is why we were messing around the other day. Here. And this is where it comes to. If message type is a 2, all users, blah, 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 blah. M user position X equals the raw data. M user position Z float good equals. Yeah. Yeah. So all we need to do is put our character or our camera at XZ. Alrighty. This is going to be interesting. What we got in camera to help us? Where do we get our camera? Oh, we've got an M camera. And we've got a move that requires a window. Alrighty, I can do that. We can trade the window for user position X and user position Y. M. So it's this camera move we want to alter. Remember, we don't use the camera at all, basically, on the other one. Where will it be? It'll be in number SL, and it'll be under entities. Here we go. Let's change it from here. So, camera move is here. No longer do we need the window to position us. We just need float XY, Z. Float X, comma, float Z, and that's it, really. Now, does this store the total move or not? Yeah, it does. Damn. No, that's not a damn, that's easy. Copy. Excellent. It's going to make things simpler. Right, okay. We see how I've got the 0.03 already in. It's the standard movement rate I use. So that equals that. So all of this lot, there's no if statements anymore, is there? Position X and position Z, we just add to. The M position, yeah. M underscore position. Yeah, got it. Position dot X plus equals float X. And God, this makes it look so silly. Position dot z plus equals z. And that's it. That's all the move has to do, is add x and z to it. Which means when we look back at our data again, and look exactly at what it's going to be sending, it sends a result of data. And all we want to send is that bit. Yeah. That does it for us. Ah, we've got the plus equals in, haven't we? So really, that just needs that taking off here. And this no longer holds position. That's not position anymore, that's movement. Let's move z. We'll lowercase that. And let's move x. Oops. So now if we go over to our data structures, our user, put zeros in here. And we need a float. Move x. Okay. And we need a float. Move z. Alright, now we've got rid of all of the errors, I can finally put in position y. Yes, I've been holding back on that to get rid of errors. Do we need to move in the y position? Yes, we will need to at some time, so we can now put that in. Move, so we'll give ourselves up and down movement there. Equals 0. Now, do we use vectors and constant movement, or do we just move spot to spot? I think it's spot to spot. It can get very jerky if we're not careful, though. Alrighty, what's wrong with that? Nothing. Good. Save. Fantastic, that should all work. That will now pass a move back. Alrighty. Got to be careful, because we have now altered the structure. Camera will be okay, because that's where we had it. But we need to double check where the camera moves to. Camera's okay, user's okay. This isn't. We only want to send a move now. So all these have to change. So that becomes plus equals m underscore user dot move semicolon. And now we can put m_user dot movex equal to that. That's the kind of thing I want to see. If it ever updates itself. God. Run build task. Data, please. We'll give it a chance to update itself anyway. And the next lines are exactly the same, aren't they? But with the Y position. So it's m_user. What am I doing? Position Z plus equals m_user. I need to keep track of where it is on the server in case some nice person tries to do a little bit of hacking. Move Z. Is this value going to be used? Yes. And then it's m_user dot move Z equals that. I've just done the wrong part, haven't I? Get raw data, yeah. Doesn't read right to me. I've done something wrong. Where do we update? Something's wrong, something's not right, and I know it isn't right. That's right now. So I'm looking for update users. Char star raw data. It pulls the data out. So update users. Come on, memory. You know where it is. All you have to do is tell me. That's because I'm looking in the wrong place, isn't it? Blast. Blast, 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 blast. Which means that all I've done is done these two lines the wrong way round. That comes first. Right, that's better. Yeah, these are the wrong way round. I need to know the movement and then add it. Dar. Because that's receiving data. Okay, that's better. Now, M-user's having a problem. Why is M-user having a problem? No, it's not. It's having one of its own problems. That's fine. So that works. We have to do the same here. Yeah, we do. Okay. Wish it wouldn't have given me squigglies for this. It's getting a bit annoying now. Camera move. Equals. We don't need the position anymore, do we? M user move X, M user move Z. And it's not even coming up on here. Of course it isn't. Move. Why should it be? That'd be too much to ask of Microsoft to get things right. Dot move Z. Thank you. That's okay there. We can record the position as if we want to. Not really. It's not needed. Can do it under camera. That's better. Makes more sense. That's not correct. I'm causing a problem. We should calculate the new position and then send the new position, of course, yeah. Right, okay. Paste. Yeah, we'll have to change those back. That's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. So if we are sent the position, we have to work out the position at the server side. Yeah, okay. So work out the position, we send the position. So it should be camera move 2. Yeah, position X. I'm not liking this, but you'll have to do it. That's going to be a position. What's wrong with it now? Type float. Oh right, yeah, you've still got that window thing in, haven't you? That's fine. So when we get to Camera move. Then we've already got the final position. Okay, camera. Amber skies. Here we go. Camera. We've already got the final position for you. So M position X equals X. No plus required. We'll take the plus out of here and put it back into the server. You're okay. You're just whinging. So in the server, we need to make sure we send that information. So it's that plus user move X. And that is Z position. Nope, won't work. Where does it go through the update? I can't see it. Here. Okay, it comes through under game state. Oh right, we're actually taking the user out. Okay, yeah, that's fine. User. Position X plus equals user move X. That now works. And user position Z plus equals user move Z. We're not bothered about the Y at the moment. Semicolon. Right, that should give the right position. Okay. Update user raw data 0.3. Yeah. That should come through here. Yeah. Gets the user out. And we update the user. Same here. I've already seen a fault, but okay. And that's going to be other user position X plus equals other user move X. And this is easy enough. Makes sense anyway that we have to keep the position on here. If we take it off the server, everything can go wrong, and that's one of the biggest problems going with servers or server style things where, how can I put it? The server is the final authority. What the server says the position is, that's what the position is. So that's what you should be broadcasting. You can't broadcast the move. If you do, it messes up. All movement happens on the server. The server is final. So working out that position, okay, we have really should have a position update here, where we go and have a look at that position update and see if you collide with something. That might help. So we have to have our collision. That's where our collision testing comes in. Okay. So I'll put it here. That should be collision tested. And it's the same here. Should be collision. For obvious reasons, you can see why. That's where it obviously goes. That's your collision detection system. It just slots in where those two lines are. So all you do is you send your user through to collision detection with that result, that position result, and, well, we'll see what goes on type of thing. We'll see what happens, whether they bounce back or whatever. But now I've introduced collision, it's obvious where this is going, isn't it? Because now we need the Y direction as well. We need to know that we're on the floor. As soon as you mention collision, you need the Y direction as well. But we'll hold off. We'll hold off. Is that now sending through the correct data? It's sending through a position? Yeah. What position is it starting us at? Whatever the raw data is, I suppose. Whatever the user position is initially, so that's 0, 0. I'm guessing. Well, it's positioning them at 1, 1. Well, we only deal with the position of them, so that's fine. That's their spawn point for now. What it should do is look at where they are when you see them. Yeah. Should be actual location of other player at that time. Because it's a 5. It's a login, isn't it? We can actually log in with positions. Yeah, we might do that. We'll see how this goes first. We'll get movement going, and then we'll do this position business. I think that's only fair. That's on equals. This has got the plus in. Yeah, and that changes the positions. So we're done. Reds have all disappeared on there. I'm not sure about the others though. Okay, let's do some build tasks. Data, go. You're okay. Alrighty. Anything else we've changed? Run build task. You. Yeah, we have a change in there. Okay. That was SL. Data's done. Check display. Display's okay. Check server. Wow. That's a lot of changes to have no errors on. So I'm a bit suspect. We've got over 10 changes and we got no errors. Now remember, it's a camera. So let's get that display up. Let's have a look and see what kind of mess we've made here. Alrighty, we've got a display. Do we have a server? Yep, we have a server. And do we have a GUI? Yeah, we seem to have a GUI. Very see-through GUI. The camera's moved, which it should have done. Because we haven't set its initial position. So the camera's responded already. God knows where it's gone to. I haven't got that output, have I? Oh, yes. We can see what's going on here. That's not working properly. Oh, it's adding each time. It's sending. Oh, bless. Oh, so it does work. We have camera movement. Not exactly the kind of camera movement we'd like, but we've got it. Server, you need to calm down on that movement. Oh, bless. It's working. Wow. That was more than expected. I was expecting nothing. Okay, so you're adding this each time, which means it it's not zeroing out. It should do. Move X and move Z aren't zeroing out. Okay, when do they need to zero out? After you've done it. Okay, so broadcast 901 main data length, la 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 la. So we need a tidy up. The tidy up is after the broadcast. Okay, so user. I'm only going to do it this way for now because it's simplest. Equals 0.0f and user move. If you notice, it didn't do the Z one, so that was good. Sorry, the Y direction, which is what I was expecting it to do, to be quite honest with you. So we've got a reset there. And of course, that means we have to reset here as well, other users. Move X. Equals 0. And other users. Move Z. Equals 0. Alright, that'll do that one. Alright, let's see what kind of response that gives us on the server now. Okay. That was interesting, to quite honestly. I was not expecting anything close to happening at all. So let's start us up. Right, there's our display. I want to see. Oh, no, we can't, can we? Well, I'm gonna have a look for it. I'll watch that. I'll watch it and see what happens. I want to know why as well. So let's pop a server up and see if we move. Nope, no movement at this stage. That's good. Fantastic. And now we launch the GUI, which logs on. And that moves us across and back. Looks as though there's a negative somewhere happening here. So that way and that way. Oh, that is the negative. It went positive 1 and 1, which is exactly what I asked it to do. It's just that we've got this in the wrong place and this in the wrong place. Oh, you muppet blades. You really are a muppet. So the positive direction is... Oh, yeah, we're the wrong way round. Forwards is backwards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that is lagged out to hell. There's something not right going on. Okay. Alright. I think we're going to say bye-bye to that. Why is that lagging? It's not direct inputting properly. For some reason. Oh, sugar, I should have done it that way. Damn. The direct input's deceased. Interesting. But we have the camera moving in opposite directions as it should be. Because it's facing the wrong way. I'm tempted just to do that. To be honest with you. But I don't know. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why it's continuous move. Why is the direct input not working as it should do? We have a delay mechanism somewhere in here that's not working properly. That's what's happened. Ah. I think it's time to take that out. Right, that's more broadcasts. That's more speed. Gives the processor a break. Please delete. Okay, that's deleted. But we do still need 1 in. Okay, that speeds up the server properly. Let's find out what happens. I'm not sure that that's the cause. I'm not sure at all. I don't think it is. Yeah, we know why you're moving in the wrong directions. That's fine. We'll put something in place for that. We've sorted that one out. Server can go up. Okay, server is now up. And GUI goes up and does the correct thing. It's just that we've got our floor in the wrong place. And we haven't turned our camera around. That's all that's happened there. But now, click. Left. Did nothing. Left. Okay, that was left once. That was a big lag. Left again. Well, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. Forwards. Yeah, I agree. That was yuck, awful. Right. Yeah, it's not the delays that are within the server. There's something going on that's wrong. Which is fine, because it means we've got a loop somewhere in there. Shouldn't have. I don't usually use them. Fantastic. Well, that works, but it hasn't worked on this one, because it crashed. Yeah, it still came out alright. Okie dokies. So, there's a lot for me to do. It looks like. So, what have we got? We have that. Yeah, we've done, well, didn't want to do that bit anyway. We've got that done. So I've actually completed everything I set out to do. So it's up to you. Do you want me to go through the code step by step and work out what's wrong? Because that's what I've got to do. I have to step through everything. Just wondering about this. To leave it or not. No, because I'll be fiddling here now, won't I? So, this is now camera movement first steps. I'm going to call it that because it means it's unfinished. But we do have it, unfortunately, which is just like, oh my god. There's no changes to commit. Alright. Try that one. Try that one. I knew I'd put something in that wouldn't work because of the way I did it, I just jumped around. What we now need to do is concentrate more in one area than others, because everything's working. It's just not working as efficiently as it's supposed to, which is interesting. So yeah, we've done today's job. We now have a server that works. Badly, but it works. Wow. So if anybody ever asks you, how long does it take to make an MMO if you do it by yourself? The answer is 27 days. I think that's pretty impressive. That's how long it takes you to make an MMO. We now have an MMO. We just haven't put any game rules in it. Which will be the step after what I would call this next part, which is the final shakedown, as it were. Why is MMO data red? What's wrong with that? It needs an include path to do that. Okay. Don't you just love it? This is Microsoft at its best. That's an include error. I don't think so, Microsoft. This is what I'm up against, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I will be starting at the beginning, which is the GUI. And I'll start in main. And I'm going to go through the whole process. Literally. Line by line. Now people might say, well, why don't you use this little red dotty thing here? Because that's not what I'm attempting to do. I'm not fixing bugs. There aren't any. There's no bugs in the program. I know because I wrote it. There's some bad programming in there, but there's no bugs. That is for tracking down bugs. Everything is now working as expected. Badly. This is exactly what I expect the bare bones of the program or the prototype to be like. That's why it's a prototype. We are now going to change this from a prototype into the beginnings of the program. Okay. I don't know if there's two N's in beginnings. Doesn't look right to me. Better word for it. Start of the program, which now means it's no longer prototype. We are now going to go for dev 1, which is actually 0.01. So it will now have a version number. We are going to produce version number 0.01. Once that is working properly, we shall extend into the GUI. We will create a GUI system, and that will then hook into a game system, because the first three buttons that we are going to make are going to be which system we are using. We are going to have build, browse, and game modes, but that will be 2. Now you're going to see how it works. So this, let's have a look. So what is 0.01 going to be? 0.01, I should really put a version here. Its goals is to change our prototype into a development base. Now, I can video all of this if you want. I've got some view. Do you want me to video the whole of it or just some of it and do the rest off video? There are going to be changes to the code, but as I go through, because I will be spotting problems and fixing them. It's like this here, application.h, and we're using SDL log. We've got no SDL here. So one of the first things I need to do in this is have a header file here, which is your system header file. So the first thing I will do is add a file, and it's going to be called system headers.h, and that's the first thing I'm adding. There's not really much to this, so this isn't actually going to be a hard job to do on this one. Wow. but it's the first thing, source application.h. Yeah, I'll just add it here. That'll do. So source. Whoops. Source / system header. So this is a major thing that's going to differentiate it from being a prototype, and how I know things are not prototypes anymore, because that appears. Now, the first thing that I'm going to put in there is my little doobry, I suppose. So that's updated. Main's there, isn't it? So that's fine. That's that hash define SDL main handled. You need that for Windows, by the way. So if you're wondering if yours isn't working as expected, you need that defining. I'm not on Windows at the moment. Copy your here. Paste. Yep. And this is going to list SDL2. That one first. Things that I would normally use, like string. That's used a lot. And hash include vector. Why am I backspacing? Vector. That goes in here. Anything else I would normally use? I suppose we should really include the ancient IO stream just in case, because I'll upset people if I don't include it. Yeah, I think that'll do. For a minute or two. Main includes that, yeah. So here we should have hash include, and that's going to be system header file, which now says it's not available. Okay, fine, don't care. System headers, yep, that's available, thank you. So now I know I can use SDL log. Let's show you what I'm doing with it. I'm doing that, okay, and then a space. That's a straightforward one. That's fine. This is a straightforward one. So we just get rid of the bit there. Okay. So you might say, oh, that's a bit more complicated and it's a waste of lines. No, it's not. Because on the right-hand side, over here, we're going to say what it does. Okay, on the right-hand side, we should have our comments. They should never interrupt the flow of the program, but they should be on for every line that we have. I don't think we really need them for the semicolon at the end. Let's give ourselves a break there. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 comments. That one's easy. This, that's the entry point for the application. That one's easy enough. That creates the application on the stack. Yeah, that's that 15K or so that we keep seeing. Logged. That's just a message. Logged message. And that is the SDL log function. So that's done. And that's it. That's all we need to do. And as I go through, I'm going to find and eliminate all of the problems that we currently have. And this is why I say, do you really want to see all of this? Because I am going to literally go through the whole thing line by line. It could alter the code tremendously, or not at all, because every line I have to sit here and think about now. And we have to go through very, very slowly. Is this now in the correct format? I mean, we've left this alone, totally, and just accepted it as being the correct format. To me, I don't really care. I think that's perfectly okay. And of course we have its development notes here. Twitch Game Club, and now we can put a version in. And that's 0.01. There we go. So that's what I've got all of these up here for in every single file. I now have to put the version number in once I've finished it. Clever, huh? It's a good system to use. I don't like prototyping, never have. I've always preferred development mode to prototyping. Prototyping is messy, it never gets it right, and it's very, very clumsy because you don't stop to think, you're just walloping information down, which works, but yeah, you know. I've just received a message. What have we got now? It's one of those things I've got to be careful about, because I've got to be careful to remind you that the programming that I've done so far is rubbish. The good programming is coming up now on Twitch. Oh, that's the export of the XCOM. XCOM is now on YouTube if you want to rewatch that. It's now over in its correct place. I'll just update that screen. How's it come on? Yeah, so there we go. Day 7. There it is. It's day 7. Oh, that's a rather nice picture it's placed up. I like the pictures it makes. It's really cool. Oh, somebody's posting World of Warships stuff for me. Thank you. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm obviously going to do the application next, and I'll keep this rolling. I'm not going to switch the stream off until we've finished. But you can see now that everything's going to have a system header. That has to go on every single one, so I may as well copy that. So we copy, and the next place we go to is application.h, which is there. You get at the top the include. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Main. I didn't put source in front of it. I know it picks it up, but really, I should do that, shouldn't I? Really? Yeah. Let's be honest. That's a better way of doing it, I think. So what I have to do is I now have to go through all of these. I've got a string and an SDL2. You two can go. Anything with brackets goes in system headers. Anything with quotes stays here. So that's already in system headers. No changes made there. Note 0.01. It'll be brilliant once this is done. They say what they are. No need to change. that's that one done. Application. Yep. Did put me Pragma once in, didn't I? I usually forget that. Some of this application doesn't make sense, and you'll see that it doesn't make sense when I start going through it. New core GUI. And we have an initialize, so that gets changed. To a null pointer. I don't like them there, because it messes up which order things are created in, as we already know. So we'll take that out of there and put it in here. And we will have mcore GUI equal that. Okay. You can go to there. You can go to there, and you must repeat. Must do this. Otherwise, you're going to find out why. You've got to make it a habit. I'm looking at these two. Yeah, we've got brackets. Okay. It'll make your life so much easier later on. You get used to reading it this way as well. Okay. That's better. That's a null pointer. That's your constructor. Yeah, I can put it on here. That's midpoint there. You see, we used to have 80 columns across, literally, and we had to write downwards. It was the only way you could write the program and see it on the screen. So this is how I was taught to do it, and I'm sorry to say it's a bloody good way of doing it. Application constructor. I mean, you're not putting much information in sometimes, like on these first ones, because there's not really much information you can do. SDL log. Well, yeah, but function. Do you need to describe what the SDL log function does? No, not really, because it's obvious. If it's obvious, that's just message. Message to output. I mean, do you really need to put that much in? No, not really, but that's okay. And this is the application destructor. You see, this doesn't tell you what it does. So if you were new to programming, it would be helpful if you knew that that was a destructor. But it doesn't say it here, and that doesn't tell you that it's the actual constructor. So for new people picking up your code, it might not be obvious, especially if they're very new to C++. That deletes the pointer. Again, we've got an SDL log, so just put SDL log. Make sure you do, because you might change your mind on it sometime and decide you need to find that and change your mind on it. The message to output. It might sound daft to put these in, but it's true. I'm just going to do app initializer because it's obvious what it does. Is that obvious what it does? No. That constructs a new core GUI or graphics. I call it GFX. I know, user interface. That's what it actually does. It constructs a graphical user interface, because that's what it's going to be. This will has initialized initializes the GUI. So that initializes the GUI and just returns results. So that returns true or false. Next. So far I haven't seen anything that's going to hold up or make our program stutter or anything like that. In fact, what's seen so far is not too bad. And then we come to this. Execute app. We've actually got a little bit of a mess going on. And the mess is this here. Let's break it down. So we initialize the application, which is here. Construct, which all our initialization is doing, we can now see, is it constructs the user interface. That's all it does. And yet we've got this here. And we have to check it in a different way because it's not a true or false, but it's returning that. And I said it was a true or false, and no. True, no, it doesn't return that at all. Returns 0 for success and negative for fail. You see, I got it wrong. So that has initialized isn't a boolean, it's an int. And if it doesn't work, it's a negative number. That's how, unfortunately, SDL works. Not much I can do about that. That's just SDL. What can we do about it? Nothing. I could add 1. If I add 1, that becomes true or false. Theoretically. Will it complain if I do that? Don't know. But it's a thought. I don't know. No, I'm not going to try. Can I try? No, it'll break. Can't do it. Just run through the theory on the chip. No. -2 just won't work. We can't really do much about it then. It's a mess. A bad mess. Very bad mess. I can't get a bool out of it no matter how I think about it. Oh yes I can. Oh yes I can. The whole point to this is I want to put a bool there. And I want to put that there. Delete that line. That remains an int. That can get rid of it because I want a bool. Okay, so we're changing already the initialization into a bool, which is good. Should have been in the first place. It's daft not to be, and all we do is take that there to here. And modify it. If initialized is less than 0 is running return or ret equals false. That becomes ret, and bool ret is true comes here. There we go. So we've taken that mess and transferred it somewhere else. But it's better being elsewhere than in here. Don't need that now. Hello, I'm being looked at. What would you like?
Utility account. Have you got the cards and stuff?
Ooh, I will have. Let's have a look for you.
There's a bill with the number on. Or a letter with the number on.
There's your supply numbers. I don't know where the cards are exactly. I haven't used them in ages. I must admit. Is that what you're after?
I don't know whether I need the account. I'll try with just this. It's
Wait a minute. Just let's just have a quick look for you. Just one sec. Just trying to think where it is. Might be on here. Let's just check for you. Energy payments. Pay as you go. Email address. Oh no, that. Sorry about this, folks. I'm just being distracted, which is perfectly okay. Google Mail, isn't it? DAOC amberskies at googlemail.com. That's the email address. And it's that one. Maybe. Is that correct? Yeah. Those are the card numbers. Or the card number endings. Pen or pencil? Right, so reference. That's a customer reference number. Nope. supply number ends in... No, these aren't the same. Wow, these are nothing like. Here we go. So, whoops. Yeah, these numbers are a lot longer though. On the cards. We'll have to find the cards, love. Those are just the account numbers.
Right. Well, I hope they should do. It's just that I'll end up waiting for
Okay.
hours and then it
Yeah.
should say.
Okie dokies.
Right.
Let me just get that off screen.
No
There we go. Right, we're back. Sorry about that. So what I've done is I've changed that over so we've got a return value which is Boolean. So it is true or false. And that's a big difference to make, really, on anything. Any kind of return value. Because that, yeah, false, yep, true, false, yep, that works. Return true or false, yep, don't need that line anymore. There we go. And all of a sudden that's all cleaned up. And we know that is running means true means that we initialize properly, which is what that tests there. Blah, blah, blah. So, yep. That has to be broken down, really. Click. Gotcha. Back. So, it's an if statement. So what we are actually doing here is we set up the return value, Boolean, and here we check for error. If error, return false. There we go. And that's how easy it is to put your notes in. The if statement itself, I usually just, well, yeah, I put it in there usually. But yeah, that now makes sense. It makes more sense that you return a bool value from an initialization than it does an integer, because that then cleans up everything down here. Right, we have a performance frequency clock. Do we really need one? Because it's not being used. Because we stopped doing that. Goodbye. Alright, this is starting to look better. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. I don't like doing on whiles. Doesn't look right, does it? No. We'll just do pretty printing instead. Put spaces in. Because there's no semicolon there. Alright, is running equals... It's got a semicolon on that one. And we've even put a note on it. Render all. Is that what we're actually doing? Is it what we're doing? I don't think so. I don't think that's quite the case. And this is SDL delay function. And we're using it at 1 millisecond. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, don't need to do that line. Okay. While it's running. Keeps loop going till false. And this one, check initialize it doesn't check at all. So it's register if initialize works. That's what it actually does. So you can see what it's doing now. And of course now I've got this here. Yeah. It's no longer that. It's now is running. It's changing the whole shape of the way it's being done. But that's fine. It accepts it for some reason. Shutdown app is running. Well, that's always going to be false. Shutdown core GUI false. That's going to cause a problem. What do we call that? Initialized. And it's an int. Can't destroy that one because it's got a purpose. Right, so int initialized. There. We have to put you in. But it doesn't. Oh, stuff it. I'm going to go bool. Because I need to know whether it's initialized or not whether it is running or not. Yeah, we'll continue you to a bool. I hope. Application shutdown. Now gives a bool. And a bool. Actually, that doesn't need. I know I want an int there. There's a reason for it. Okay. So shutdown core GUI should be taking in a bool, not an int. Here we go. Shutdown should be at the bottom somewhere. Nope, it's here. You're a bool. How does that mess you up? It returns it initialized. Okay, that's fine as an int. there should be a return value here. There's a return value missing, which changes initialized. It should be initialized equals. Okay, so all that does is change initialize from a bool into an int. Interesting. Anyway, I'll look into that when I get to it. So we're all done here. Looks better. Yep, we've got our 1 millisecond in. And okay, let's pop you out of the way. You're no longer relevant. Okay, that's better. I just want to tap over, don't I? Okay. Starts the shutdown. Procedure. Okay. Need to know if initialization failed. Not that we actually report it for some reason, but we should. Is what I'm trying to get at with that. And this is just a shutdown function. Function for shutdown. Not very much I want to say about that one. That goes to there, to there, to there, to there. Lovely, done. I like these small functions. These are easy to do. Don't know yet. Not thought about it. Alright, what do you got? Okay. Register if the full shutdown works. Succeeds. Did we initialize? True. Actually, no, it's a colon. True / false. There we go. And return out to main. And that does that. Yep, and that's how it should look. Not bad. Not bad for a beginner. That looks good, actually. That looks perfect. Alrighty, so that's application seems to be working fine. I'm not happy about this initialization usage. It should be used and isn't. Well, it's not in use yet. So that's something really that we should look at. So I'm going to put a note at the bottom. And let's see, in the shutdown function, the bool initialized serves no use, no practical use currently. We should rethink this to show if the shutdown is a success or not. There we go. So just need to rethink that little bit in there. I might do that as we go through. In fact, I probably will. Or hopefully will. So that's application CPP done. Lovely. I'm happy with that. And that's the kind of development system that I want to use. So now when you go and you look at application.h, it's self-explanatory. That's not a problem. You know that system headers takes in standard library stuff and other bits and pieces. You know that these are all these are all functions within the application. So let's have a look at core GUI.h. This could be an interesting one. We have init, shutdown, send message, render all. Do we? Network interface. We've got nothing to render, so what the hell is it doing? Network interface. Yeah. That's looking good. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We've got you in here. Alright. Take you out. And we can pop you straight in here. There we go. Sweet. Oh, I've got a Muppet. He's going to attack me. Muppet, no. Don't do it. There we go. And I'll change you. And that just becomes ... slash. Lovely. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Lovely. Just to make sure, yeah, version 01. The top's okay with version 01. Yeah, okay. We're doing good. Oh, 0.01. I will be altering that shutdown business because it's ridiculous the way it is. Because it doesn't do anything, which is pointless. Now look at this. Bang. Looking at half screen here and I'm thinking, something's not quite right in here, I don't think, but we'll see. We'll see. I also need to look at that. Make sure there's no hold up. I think I know where the hold up is already, but that's irrelevant. So, we passed the H. Yeah, we've passed that. Not happy with that one because it doesn't tell me exactly what it's doing. Message to server. Better still, local server, because there's going to be more than one server. Okay. I'm going to put one note in. This belongs to the network interface. I'm not sure anymore. I think I'm actually probably going to be alright with it for now. And that means that we can get rid of those two lines there. That's better. We do seem to have a line missing, just hanging out here. You know, not doing much. So that fits all on one screen, yeah. That's the only line I would have in there. Okay. Just reformatted it, that's all. And now we come to this. Okay. I don't think I'll put my version up there just yet. Input interface. Yeah. You're telling me. And we've got an input interface. Okay. Do we use input interface, sorry, network interface anywhere else? No, that's a logon. That's not a network interface at all. That's just log on. Good God. So what we've got here is that is not doing what it says it does. That's just log onto server. Again, got to change it. Local server. Yeah. That is certainly not doing what it says it does. Oops. Render all isn't doing what it says it does. Alrighty, so we check the keyboard, send the message, and rendering goes here. We haven't got it on this because we've got nothing to render at this point in time. And it's going to cause a problem. Or is it? I haven't thought about that before. Just looking through init core. Yeah. Yeah, I think this possibly may need a little bit of tweaking. Can it fail? Here's an int. You see there's a return value here. And we've just ignored it. And what does that return? I bet it's a failure or a success. So I've got a lot of work to do on this. What does this return? Alright, we'll start putting question marks up now. That's okay. That line is a waste of time. Okay. Can't have you two in. And we've got that problem there. It needs a return value. Otherwise it's going to just get replaced with the code, I suppose, because there's no point in having it. That's return value, yeah. But again, that is part of the initialization, isn't it? And has initialized, hasn't even got a check for it. Okay, that's fine. We do need to fix that. I've got 3 null point. I've got window. What about UDPnet? Who owns that? Do we shut it down differently? Yeah, we do. Okay. That's fine then, as long as it's got a different shutdown. But we still should delete it at the end. So, oh no, it becomes a duplicate. I remember now. It becomes a duplicate deletion if I do that, because I'm deleting it in there. No problem. Okay, yeah, I think we can put this together. That's got to move. Where's it used? M input. Where is this used? When do we use it? Ah. Okay. It doesn't need to be up there. That's a null pointer. That's constructors should not be making other things. Really, let's be honest. That looks okay. I think I can agree with this line. Can't agree with many of the lines in this, so yeah, there might be a lot of work going on in this one. And I'm going to take the... I don't like... yeah, right, let's just move down first. Okay. Get some of this garbage out of the way. That's okay. What's this? That should read like that. doing if statements like this from now on. I don't like splitting them because there's no semicolon on the end and it doesn't make sense. There we go. That looks a lot better. There we go. That looks a lot better. You can see how it's starting to come back across. Oops. To the left, where it should be. Also highlights a few mistakes that we sometimes make. To make that more readable, put that in. There we go. Oops. My god, it suddenly starts looking semi-decent as soon as I start doing this. I don't know why that is. Imagine I'm used to it, so... Gotta look at how it all starts straightening up. It's amazing the difference it makes. This has to be changed. Okay. We'll change that one. Right, that's as far as I need to go for now. How is it down here? Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad yet. So I know now where my that's the longest I've seen. So it's there. That's my column. That's all I was looking for. That's mine. Don't you dare put red underlining on it. So you can see how now this builds up into a complete development system in which you know what's going on. Because I can't solve all the problems of the prototype without changing it into something which I can develop properly. The problems of the prototype, well, it doesn't really have any. It's just a mistype somewhere or something, probably. Knowing me, I'll just put something in the wrong place, as usual. And that's that to that. Okay, we're looking good. I think we can go ahead with this and call it version 0.01, and we will solve the problems as I go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and sort out whatever miss is needed, and then I'll come back and do some more of this, but I'm not going to make you suffer through it, because I will be looking up a lot of this on the internet to make sure that what I put down on the right hand side is actually true. Especially when it comes down to things like STL log. Is it really doing what I think it's doing? Or am I missing something? And I am missing something. I'm missing the first instruction. I've just ignored it so far. There is another instruction that goes in there. It's just got a default value. Great. So I need to look up that. Other things I need to do? Basically, yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you go down it and you start seeing things like this. Oh my god, what's going on here? But by the time I've got through this one and the server, I think we will nearly be up and running fluidly, because I've only got the conversions half right so far, and I need to get them fully right and properly done. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. Let's have a look. What are we on? We're on Wednesday, so tomorrow is just going to be me going into development mode. Yeah. So I think that's that done. I've got all my goals done. We have an MMO. I think I do want to put some of the game in soon, though. I want to have a bit of a play. Do you want to save? No, not really. Because it'd be nice to be able to play around a little bit, move around and actually interact with the world itself. So it's interaction I think I want to focus on more than anything else. So yeah, GUI will be very, very important for that. It'll be good. So I'm going to shut it down now. We're on 2 hours, which is fine. That's enough. And I will get on with this offline, because obviously all I'm doing is writing comments. I mean, you don't want to see me write comments, do you? Do you? Really? Really? You don't mind? Okay. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll see how far we'll go anyway. So you take care and have fun.